over. Welcome to my channel, Peace Priority, with me, Yogini Pranini. So, first of all, let me just say, the pollen is kicking my ass. Let's start there. So, throughout the video, you may hear me make a funny sound. I'm going to try my best to edit it all out if I can, but don't mind that. Alright, so welcome to Meet Me on the Mat. As you can see, I'm still not on the mat, but I'm here to chat and kind of get your perspective, also kind of give my perspective on a quote. So, on Thursdays, I said I wanted to do something called Thoughtful Thursday or like Think It Through Thursday. And I'm learning either I just have to talk my thoughts out because I don't have anybody to talk to and I'm an introvert. And then when I get to talking about what I want to talk about, everybody's not into it. So, I'm realizing this is the best way. Just get it off my chest. So, as I was saying, I think I'm going to do this thing called Think It Through Thursdays or whatever. And I want it to be a time where we're able to be like a little thought-provoking discussion. Like everybody, and see, and this is why I like doing things like this because things come to me. And this is something I'll say like amongst friends and things like that. But this is truly a message that I feel like if a lot of people were able to receive it, one, they would be a better person and the world would be a better place because then you'll be honest with yourself. So I do think it's important to be honest and be truthful and have discussions about where you are and understand that we are not the same. We are all individuals with different thinking abilities, things that have affected us. So what makes sense to you may not make sense to somebody else. And you just have to understand that it's not that they're a bad person. It's not that you're better than them. Their work. We all have our own issues. So that's the thing. Like if a lot of us were more cognizant and really maneuvered in a way where we're like, okay, I can be open-minded and I can be accepting that people are going to think differently than me, I think we would be in a better place. A lot of people don't feel comfortable in the skin that they're in, and so they have to hide and they have to pretend to be something that they are not. And ultimately, they run themselves crazy, and then the whole world just end up looking crazy. Like, I don't know. Anywho, I'm not gonna keep rambling. I need somebody to check me. All right, so the quote today. Are you ready? The quote today comes from Edith Wharton. Okay? I have no clue who Edith Wharton is, but I want to give credit where credit is due. So this is a quote from Edith Wharton. Where did I get this quote? I have a journal and I have a journal. Did I give me a little razzle dazzle? Okay. Maybe not, because if not, I'm gonna look crazy. So I have this journal or this calendar, and at the top of the calendar, it has various quotes. Now, I will be getting quotes from various places as we have our Think It Through Thursdays, Thoughtful Thursdays, whenever I come up with a name for what we really calling this, okay? So, until then, we on the couch, okay? So, let's talk. The quote from Edith Wharton says, there are two ways of spreading light. To be the candle or the mirror that reflects it? I'm going to read it one more time. Don't worry. There are two ways of spreading light: to be the candle or the mirror that reflects it. So, I'll give you some time to ponder. Because honestly, I think that's another issue. A lot of us don't want to take the time to actually use our brain to think. We just, first thing that came to my head, this is what I'm gonna say, or this is what I'm gonna do. Like, you have to move with calculation. Okay. I'm off that. Okay. So, one more time. There are two ways of spreading light: to be the candle or the mirror that reflects it. So initially, when I heard the quote, I immediately, as we normally do, I immediately was like, oh, I get what it means to be the light. Like, I get that. I'm the light. Like, and I feel like a lot of us immediately, like, and it is important. It is important to be confident and have confidence. I also feel like it's important to be humble and know that you are not the best at everything. Know that there's somebody out there better than you, or I won't even say better than you, but like maybe more skilled than you, or have more knowledge, and just understand that you don't have it all. So I had to stop and think, like, everybody probably thought like, oh, I'm the light, I'm this, I'm that. Like, immediately that's where our head goes. But I also got stuck on the second part. So, because like I understood what the first part meant. So I brushed it off. But I kind of got stuck on the mirror that reflects it. Right? And I think a lot of times when you don't understand, and you may feel like you love yourself or you're in a good spot, but you have to understand there are some things within you that are unresolved that you have not dealt with. And sometimes there are going to be some things and some people around you that bring those things out of you. Right? They bring them out of you, and then it's something you have to deal with. Then you begin to question. Then you might have the doubt, the fear, the worry. That's when all of that anxiety and depression comes in. But I want us to also think about, well, I'm not even going to say you, myself. A lot of times I feel like going into a situation, I am the light, right? And I'm confident in myself and who I am. And, even when I was bigger, like, of course I wanted to lose weight and things like that. I wanted to eat healthier, and like, I want to be healthy, but at first it was looks, but the more I start doing it for the looks, it's like, okay, I want to live healthy, right? So at some point in my life, I had to come to terms with, I don't value myself as much as I say I do. I might in my head say I do, but do my actions, my daily actions show it? And that's what I'm saying. Like, we can think something, we can say something all day long, but are our actions proving this? So, as I'm saying that I love myself, which I do, but do I truly know myself? Do I know who I am to say that I love my whole self, right? So this is my point. I feel when you don't know who you are, your whole self, there's going to be this big barrier that kind of like smacks you in your face, that makes you face reality, and that's that mirror. And I feel like every time we have those challenging moments, those tough moments, that's that mirror that's showing you like you are the light. You have to go within yourself. You know what I mean? And when I say that situation is a mirror, sometimes this it's not a situation, it's a person. It is a person showing you this is who you are. Because you can or cannot deal with this type of thing that I am bringing to the table. So again, it's about self-worth and knowing who are you? And it takes time for you to go within and talk and let it out. And that's why I really, really want to normalize therapy. But let's say you don't want to go to therapy. You can't afford therapy. I want you to slide in the DMs. Let's have a consultation. Let's talk. Because what I want people to do is feel like they are comfortable. Like they can have somebody that they can at least go to like vent, get something off their chest. Because it is a hard world out here when you feel like you're in it by yourself and you can't be yourself. And there's a lot of people that are hiding and pretending because they are so hurt. You have to be careful of who you let into your life. And that's all I can say. Because people are going to make their own choices. And you have to let them go down their path. I'm not saying just let them go willy-nilly and let them do whatever. Like, if that's your friend, say something. And that's another thing. Like, guys, females, both need to call their friends out on what they do. So if you are a female and you are out and you are thotting and bopping and doing what you do and but you don't want your man doing it, or you got 5'4" in your phone, like, how can you expect him not to be doing his thing? So it's just like, same for a guy. I feel like, well, I'm sorry, for that girl, I feel like if you're her friend, call her out. Let her know, like, that does not make sense. You shouldn't be doing it. Same for a guy, same thing. If your friend, your homeboy is doing something, he should, hey, bro, lean or drugs or, and I'm not one to judge. But if you're noticing that it is taking a toll on their life, by all means, try to intervene and say something. I'm noticing this. Are you okay? Check in. A lot of times that's what people want, a check-in. And it's hard when you yourself are going through things. But what I'm realizing, and it's funny because I say that's what I'm working on in 2021, is communication. And I have to learn to build relationships with other people. So a lot of people may not be the best at communicating. So you have to be patient and understanding. Again, I got off on a whole tangent because I didn't even talk about this quote. For real. What does it mean to me? All right, so I'm going to tell y'all really quickly what this quote meant to me. And then I want you in the comments below, tell me what it meant to you. Follow me on Instagram. Do all of that. Okay? So, again, the quote was, there are two ways of spreading light. To be the light or the mirror that reflects it. So essentially what I took this quote to mean today was either you yourself are going to be the light in the room where you go by displaying like, hey, this is who I am, and brighten up the room, with positivity, with love, with respect. And again, with those boundaries and not allowing people to cross those boundaries. You're the light, saying, I know who I am. Within myself, I know who I am to stand confidently and boldly in front of you right here today to say whatever you have to say, or this is who I am. And the other part of that, or the mirror that reflects it. Or sometimes you're going to be the person to show somebody else that they are the light, that what they show, what they possess. Also, I take that to mean that, like, we all have gifts, and within those storms or those barriers, sometimes, it's like it's the light at the end of the tunnel. So, again, that's what the quote meant to me. Send me a message. Let me know, because I'm going over my time by a whole minute. Thank you.